previews of this movie called... Is that the Nat Turner story?
Yeah.
That's all I want to know. I hate to be on the black-white shit. Why is America not saying this is the Nat Turner story?
They are.
Dude, let me tell you something. First of all, I first seen it on World Star. So I went back to the damn actual, was it IMD or whatever, the official trailer. I'm searching, reading the description, and I do not see the word Nat Turner. I'm like, this is Nat Turner.
They don't want to turn this place up, boy, because real revolutionary be like,
they about to turn up. Look, and I'm looking at it like, what I'm saying is, I have not seen in print
That's bizarre.
the word Nat Turner nowhere. I'm not saying it don't exist.
I hate the title.
Right?
Because it's the play on the Klan.
Klan, because that's the Klan's
From
movie
the
is Birth
20s.
of a Nation.
Why should I know the Klan movie? That's part of my history.
Yeah.
Yes.
Explain me one.
It's propaganda movie.
Propaganda against who?
Black people.
If you're watching the preview, and it says if it's a 3-minute trailer, the first 2.5 minutes show this dude borderline praying, like basically telling y'all gotta worship these white folks. I'm praying for y'all. Hopefully you get to heaven for not. And then they show him running. They show him his dialogue kind of switching, but you don't know. And then show them running. They ain't letting me know enough, dog. That ain't letting me know enough. If I didn't know who Nat Turner is, I feel like this movie is about some cool preacher black dude.
Ridin Durty Radio.
Right here, you gonna come to my wedding?
Yeah, I come to your wedding. When is it? April 1st?
No. Don't get mad for real. Don't get mad for real.
That was good.
Don't get mad for real.
You said we're gonna be April 1st?
You are part of the reason. Look, I'm telling you something. You don't know. I've been using you. Like if it was a woman I was trying to catch her attention, and she gonna come to the radio show, I'm gonna call Raheem. See if I can get Raheem to come through here. Somebody she gonna know.
Because every time I come, it usually be a couple of ladies right here, standing right here.
So you've helped get me to the altar. In the building, ladies and gentlemen, one of ATL's favorite sons, Mr. Raheem The Dream, and Miss Neka.
Yeah.
How you doing, sir?
Man, I'm doing excellent. You know, I heard you bring it on, and I forgot that I got that. Yeah.
Bruh, I have never, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I've been doing this show for 14 years. Or 12, 14, I don't know. I kind of based it around I can't remember when my marriage ended. Or if I started the radio show first. It's somewhere along that line.
Man, the mayor, city councilman presented me with Raheem The Dream Day, April 21st, every year. It's in the books. City Hall. And the mayor presented me with the Phoenix Award. And they said that's very rare. That's the highest an award that a mayor can give. That reminded me of that was the day that Prince passed. Okay.
Was it the actual day?
Yes, the 21st, and that was the day that began to be Raheem The Dream Day. And my very first record started with Prince. Remember that ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling? I was like, wow. And then when we had Miss Neka sing a release party, that was the day. Tuesday just passed. That was the day that Prince's birthday.
Wow.
So you see how
y'all all up in Prince's life.
Yeah, exactly. You see how it's just going like that, and all this stuff was already pre-happening. Met this young lady back in the 90s. She sung so well. When I heard her, I said, you know what? I need to take you in the studio and put you on my album. Do you mind? She said, I'm with it. And she's been an angel ever since. That's why we call her the Angel of Soul.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, even though I haven't had any coffee, but I am.
You want some? Hold on, because I'm a sharing person. Cameraman, did you get my coffee?
I'm happy, I'm excited, and I'm just ready to work and ready to show the world that there is something to offer from my angelic voice, as they would say.
Where's Miss Neka from?
Miss Neka is straight from the ATL.
You were born in Atlanta Hospital?
Born and raised.
You're not a transplant?
I am not.
So, when did you realize you know how to sing?
My mom and dad was in the choir, so we didn't have a choice. So our musician at the time was like, I need y'all to da-da-da. So we was singing, and he was like, he went to us individually to shake the tree, as they say. And I was afraid, but I knew it was me, but I was afraid. And I have been singing lead songs in the church choir from that point on.
Wow.
So I got better and better at it, and so. Some of my influence, I would say Mary J. Blige. I love her. I love Toni Braxton. Whitney Houston, definitely. Aretha Franklin. Minnie Riperton. The list goes on. Yes.
Minnie Riperton.
And I absolutely love Celine Dion.
Okay.
Trisha Yearwood and Mariah Carey. Their vocals are just immaculate. And Yolanda Adams. I love my gospel. I love everything. It's a message in everything that I portray from my voice. So I just don't want them to just hear a beat and say, "Oh, I like that." The words are telling a story.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Was That's Right by DJ Taz, was that the first actual record you appeared on?
No, I have been with Raheem since I was in 11th grade. On my way to...
You like fresh out of the 12th now.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yep.
I was actually on my way to Third World Enterprises.
Shouts out to Third World.
Yeah, on Bankhead.
Next door.
Raheem was passing out some records. I was getting the album because I was in a talent show. And the guy in there...
Were you buying Raheem's album?
I was buying Mickey, Love Under New Management. I was finna sing that in a talent show. Mickey Howard. And... The guy, the manager, whoever he was like, well, this nigga, she can sing. So Raheem took a chance and listened to me.
Do you remember the first song you done with him?
I did.
What was it?
Pay Your Bill.
How old were you when you sang that?
18.
Okay, now I gotta ask. That church influence, how did mom feel when she heard that?
When Raheem came to my house, and my mom met him, and she trusted me, and I trusted him. So that church influence was an influence. You gotta pay your tithes in church too. So, so I kind of went together.
Okay.
You know the other song you like? Very Freaky Girl.
Yeah.
That's Miss Neka.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. You've been getting it in.
Yeah, DJ, will you please play?
Yeah, DJ. That's mama favorites.
So you know what? Because y'all brought me 3 records, and I want to get all this in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play a record, but I got more questions to ask you.
Okay.
Can I just take it from the top, or what order you want me in?
You need to play. I tell you what, go on and play number 2.
Okay.
That's the relationship song right there. That's Miss Neka. I think that's the other.
The Other Woman. About the other woman, you have the other woman and the wife. Both of them are confident with the same man, of course.
Confident. Man.
And the other woman don't mind being the other woman.
Really?
And the wife, at in the beginning, she was like, okay, well, you know what, you're gonna stop. But then in the end, she was like, okay, well, hey.
You better stop.
So the other woman is just like, hey, I'm just here. You can keep your husband. I don't want him like that.
Wow. You're not 41.
I am 41.
Okay. You see what y'all need to do? Y'all older guys. Find out what she done.
Don't forget, you're 46.
How do you feel about R&B today?
I feel like it needs to be repaired. Need a little surgery. Not all of it. I like the real R&B. Some of it is just mostly a lot of beats, but some of them have messages. You just have to really listen or, and try to find some.
Definitely in R&B. I feel like the art of love and courtship and companionship. Like these songs back in the day when I listened to a R&B record, it made me want to,
right,
say my little things to my lady and go on a little picnic, hold hands. Now all I want to do is pop a pill and drink and
exactly
based on the music.
I think, if we get back to the love and the love making or cherishing your woman and respecting each other in a relationship, or just, just being happy, it's something missing definitely. Some real music, some real singing, because we need some more peace anyway. Everybody want it's you got how many women or how many men or how much makeup and hair and stuff like that, but it's more than that. It's more to that.
Number 3.
Okay, what's the name of this?
Can't take it no more.
Oh, go to that.
Okay, Mama said no. Ryan, don't get no spanking in front of me.
No.
God will world star you.
Ridin Durty Radio.
They're not going to teach you that in school. Not in an American public school. That's why you have to go to, like I say, either charter schools by black folks, or go to a black college. I'm always pushing that. Go to black college so that you can learn your history.
Time out. Because you keep saying go to a black school. Mm-hmm. We need to push our kids going to school.
Go to school.
And exactly.
No, I'm just going to say this because, again, to the people who have no children. Do you know how much it is to get a kid in school?
I know that it costs less to go to a state school that's a black school and get the same education that you would pay if you went to the University of Georgia.
Yeah,
or
but
you went to Georgia State.
It costs less to go to a trade school.
Oh yeah, if you learn going for a trade.
I'm saying I'm more into pushing a kid to pick up a black book because they might not be able to afford to get in nobody's school.
2 of my oldest kids went to HBCUs, and they still learning. Like what we're talking about, Nat Turner and slave rebellions, Cujo Lewis. They don't know anything about this. This is not what they're teaching at Fort Valley, Albany State, places like that. I went to a predominantly white university. I learned more from my lit teacher than I did from anybody that I learned in my lower grade levels. So I think our black schools do a lot of disservice to us. And they slow us up more than they speed us up.
We're educated in their system, kindergarten through 12th.
But I think we're educated at home first.
Of course we get. Hopefully we're educated.
So their blackness should come from home. Not. I don't expect them to get any blackness in the streets.
No, I'm not asking you to get blackness. I'm asking you to learn your history and learn in a different manner.
It's been shown that most kids that go to Clark, that's a AB student. When they go to Georgia State, they CD student. They barely make it.
Now, I want to ask this question. Are you suggesting those 2 years for the sake of learning about African American culture? Because if that's what you're suggesting it for, then I have to agree with the caller. Sell me on why it's important for kids to go to a HBCU for 2 years.
I'm talking about the academia. I'm talking about the social aspect of it.
They teach your children about Nat Turner in college?
Zero. They ain't came home with a revolutionary spirit not one time. That's just not what they're teaching. They're teaching state mandated courses for college on an easier level. So all you're doing is just taking high school and add 3 times to it, and hopefully they make it through and do what they do. And I appreciate HBCUs, so like you say, it's a way for a lot of us to get to college and get those degrees, and we've done well, and I appreciate that. But a lot of us don't do well when we leave Albany State and then go to a state school like Georgia State or University of Georgia. Why don't we compare to those students once we get there? So they're hurting us by coddling us.
Well, I can't say they're hurting us because it taught me a whole different way of seeing things and behaving and everything else. You know, and it taught me my place in this world and in this community.
And so why you didn't get that at home?
Oh no, I got it at home, I'd say. But see, the difference is, like I say, I grew up 10 years in Alabama. Okay? Where my those first 10 years was nothing but black community. The next 5 years, I'm in Indiana. Where at the school that I'm going to, it's only 30 blacks in the whole school. If you want to say I'm behind, I'm actually not behind. I'm actually ahead of them, but I have to learn their way of doing things. So then when I graduated from high school and I went to a black school, whoa. Now I'm getting to learn things I never knew even existed.
Basically, it's to what he said, it's really for the child that grew up in a predominantly white situation. So those kids, that one black child that grew up in Iowa, I can see him going to an HBCU and getting that experience, because this is going to be some new stuff to him. But for us, for the regular people that live in urban cities, we've been black all our life. We don't
have enough.
2 more years of high school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't need 2 more years. It's time to get to the business.
Hey man, we got to get the paper. Hey, because we got to come out running. Yeah. For the average African American kid, we got to come out running. Like, I want my kids to have the highest GPA possible, go to whatever school, gonna have the best opportunity to get a job in their field and not have a bill. I don't want my kids paying for college at 40 because they want the black experience. That's just me.
Kids paying for school for 40, period.
But I know what I'm saying, and I feel like the reason this caller is challenging you because you keep saying the black experience. What is the black experience? What is that?
At the end of the day, this is all coming down to how individuals view priorities. When you emphasize these HBCUs so strongly, people are thinking 2 years, 4 years, 2 months. What's the point? We don't have that kind of time to play around with. That's what they're thinking.
a lot of people don't have to finish college. I mean, if you look at your top richest people, they didn't even graduate from college.
I was gonna say they ain't finished college.
They might have gone, but what it is, they got the connection that they needed and didn't have to continue to make decent connections. You can't go into your same community. You got to go into a whole new situation where you can see these different people.
Unless you gonna be a history major, you know, end up teaching or something like that, then I just don't think it's relevant.
What kind of experience I'm gonna get from a black college?
I think we try to embody school days.
That's what
And what happens school days is such a but school days is real, but it's not.
Right.
Depending on which school you go to.
Right.
So my first frat was a white frat. I chose that white frat because I saw Timmy go to jail, and I saw the police go and get him and apologize for arresting him. I said, that's where I need to be with these, because I always saw the Qs asking for money to get somebody out of jail. So I said, man, I don't want to go with them because they ain't got no clout. I'm gonna go with these white boys. We had the bigger houses. You know, the black frats was in a building in offices. The white frats had houses.
What school was this?
I went to University of Maryland. So we had houses.
Ridin Durty Radio.
Can we get Dr. Raheem, the writer, to come up? Where is it? Here you go. Let me give you the.
If all of you remember the day, back in the day when Honey Brown was made by Eddie Kendricks,
Yes.
and the story was Eddie Kendricks.
Who them old folks? No, I'm just joking. I'm playing.
Yeah, when he was singing real R&B. And Eddie was singing about the love of his life, who always saw herself on the stage, and she wanted to be this very famous person, a superstar. And so, you know, she would sing for all of the kids that come around in the neighborhood. And finally, one day, someone drove up in a very shiny car who convinced her to leave with him, that he was going to make her the superstar. Took her off, and she really became a prostitute, all of these other things that she never expected. All of us wondered what happened to Honey Brown, because Eddie had developed cancer, I believe, of the throat, of the lungs, I believe. And he wasn't able to use his voice like he had in the past. And he eventually died from it. So no song ever came out after that, and that's been over 40 years. And I've longed to know what happened. Mm-hmm. So one day I decided I wanted to answer that. So this story that Neka sings so beautifully answers the question of what happened to Honey Brown. She's going to tell you.
Oh, man, Miss Neka.
Miss Neka is in the building.
It's in the building. You're here.
Yes.
So you got a project coming out?
Yes.
Do y'all have a tentative date for it yet, or y'all just building it?
We're building it.
You definitely don't seem like the type of artist that we're going to be seeing that little Kim picture of.
Absolutely.
So how are you going to make sure you're held in a major positive woman role? Because I think that is needed. We need more strong minority women.
Yes.
We need more of that. Like we need these brown babies. When I say brown, I'm talking brown from my brown to Hispanic brown. Mm-hmm. But we need these brown babies to know that there are some really strong women out here pursuing this thing.
Absolutely.
What are you going to do to ensure that happens? Because
Okay.
my daughter's watching you.
Okay.
You don't know she's watching, but she's watching.
Okay. Well, for myself, I will always be presentable in my appearance. You know, when you see me, you may think I'm maybe going to work or something. I don't know. I'm working, but I'm not the corporate 9 to 5, because I'm going to present myself as a wholesome woman.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need the little, and I don't have no offense about what people wear or whatever. That's their own thing. But the way I present myself, I'm always going to be smiling. You know.
What that one look old?
I'm very positive. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you know. So when you see me, it's gonna be front and center. I'm be, you know, my appearance gonna be nice. I'm the same way all the time.
Yes, she is.
And if you see me in another way, you ain't gonna see it. If you don't see it. You know.
What I wanted to add is that Neka has a very strong foundation from her family, lots of support.
Yep.
And ever since I've known her, which has been about 20 years, she's been the same person developing into a better woman as she has gotten older. So I think no matter what happens, whether she's with us or wherever she goes in life, she will have that strong foundation to be able to make the best decisions she can for herself.
Ridin Durty Radio.
I didn't want to be around my black people. I just came from them. I grew up with this situation. I got to hear about, we ain't got no money. I don't know if I'm gonna make my student loans this quarter. All these other things when I can go on this side of town and it's nothing but prominence. It's nothing but, you know, we doing well. I don't want to stimulate with school teachers, office managers, and all that when I got people over here whose parents are doctors, lawyers, congressmen. I'm in Maryland, so you know how many people's dads was congressmen and worked in D.C. Depending on the situation of a child's upbringing, I feel that a 2-year black experience will do some black kids a great justice. And then now I can come back and have a conversation and say, this is why, because if I say it like that, there is a gray area that we can talk about.
I know I can be your man, roll with me to the finish. Got a hell of a plan if you're with me. Shawty, listen, ain't pimping about business. Anybody that know me could be a witness, role model to the youth in the world full of lies on the truth. In the booth, well, you know what I do. Let me get you with the wordplay. Met you on a Thursday, the way you're pumping your brakes got me looking thirsty. I ain't trying to play myself when I put myself out to you. You fly on another altitude. I try, but is it enough? Persistent. So giving it up is not an option. I like how you rockin'. We can be the couple that everyone's watching. Show stopping. The media's jocking. Let's get away, close the doors and lock 'em.
Intimacy is love and affection. There is no love and affection in hip hop anymore between a man and a woman. So today's hip hop killed it.
I don't think it killed it. I just think it changed it. That's all. It changed it.
Changed it to what?
Just change it to a
something nasty and filthy.
Yeah, just a little something different. Just a little something different. You know, just
something unmonogamous.
Yeah.
Something
uncouth.
From love to lust. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, there you go.
Hence, it killed intimacy.
Killed love.
All right, you guys win, man. You guys win.
I'm not trying to win.
How about that?
It ain't about winning. It's about making you think about.